You're listening to the Homeownership podcast by Momentum Realty, real estate talk for buying, selling, and owning property.
Hey guys, Sean Patrick Maloney here, broker owner of Momentum Realty, located in Hanover, Massachusetts. Welcome to episode 49. I'm your host, Sean Patrick Maloney. Thanks for joining me this week. I wanted to talk to you guys about 117 Lenox Street in Brockton. A lot of people saw that one coming and they said, I'm going to sit back and wait and see where it goes and I'll get to it in the future. And guess what? By the time they went to get to it, it was already gone. One weekend. So a lot of people ask me, they reach out to me, they say, hey Sean, how do you do this? You must underprice your houses. Well, first and foremost, no, I don't. I never underprice my houses. I actually properly price my houses. And almost every house I sell ends up selling for over asking price because not underpriced, I over deliver. I bring in more people than can buy the house. Because technically only one person can buy the house anyways, right? You only actually need one. I bring in way more people than can buy the house. And I bring them all in together, leading them to create a situation of what we call multiple offers. Now, dealing with a multiple offer situation, it's not cut and dry. You don't just suddenly, I'm going to just bring them all in and they're going to write offers. No, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to managing relationships with them during this whole process. Because once we have an offer, how do we still get people to come in and see it even though they know there's an offer on the table? There's no bigger fear than the word multiple offer. Once we hear multiple offer, most people are like, I'm all set. I don't want to be in what they call bidding war. Why would I want to do that? This property's not worth that. Well, what we do is we build mega open houses, we optimize listings, we specialize in all the photography, and we get it all together at exact times. So a lot of people are like, okay, well, you just go and you load it all online and you just sit back and wait. Well, you may have noticed on Wednesday we went coming soon on the listing, on Monday we went coming soon on the listing, and on Wednesday we went live with the listing, and then on Friday we released the inside photos. Now you're like, what the heck would you do that for? Obviously the strategy would be if you have no photos, it must be a house that's bad inside. And it's like, no, my first open house was on Friday. I wanted the real interested people that knew the price point to come out and see it for themselves first and not to judge it by photos. Unfortunately, we find out that people judge houses by photos and they judge it before they've even gone and seen it. So this first set of crowd, these are the hesitant people. These are the people that wouldn't have come if we had put up the photos right away. Once they're in the house, we're good. Friday afternoon, we load the photos up. Now, who does this bring? This brings all the speculators. Oh, that must have been bad. That's why I didn't show up. Well, now that you see the photos, you realize you are about to miss something. Again, new crowd. Third day, what happens on a Sunday? Same crowd? Nope, different crowd. Sunday's going to be a more relaxed crowd. They're not even quite sure that they want to buy a house. They were out doing their grocery shopping. This is when our signs come into place. Do I put up one sign up front of the house? No, I put a sign on every corner. I put multiple signs in the front yard. Sometimes I use balloons, other times I don't. I go out, I get it onto every corner, and then where's my biggest sign? Right here, Facebook. I set up an enormous amount of Facebook ads to run on both events and personal pages. I shouldn't say both, all three. Events on their personal pages as well as on the business page. I pay money to have localized ads running, and then I get all the people in. When the people get there, then we're ready for them on the other side. So on a giant open house, what does it take? You get all these people coming, you better have food and drink. So we go out, we grab a couple bottles of water, a couple bottles of soda, a couple things of cookies, maybe some fruit, a couple other things. And when guests make it into the door, what's the first thing we do? We invite them into the kitchen, the place they're going to spend the most amount of time. What do most agents do? They meet them and try to sell them the house at the door. Why are you trying to sell them the house? They haven't even had time to get in and get their shoes off. Get them into the house, get them into the kitchen, and get them eating. There's a little hidden piece here. Getting someone eating inside a house actually establishes a level of contact that's far beyond the level of contact of finding out that we have 1,440 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. They've read all that. This is the day of the internet. They need something new. They're not coming to you to find out that there's 3 bedrooms in the house. And if they are, they're probably not a well-qualified buyer, and they're probably on their way to a friend's house or maybe church for the weekend, and they just happen to see your sign. It's fine to treat them the same. It's fine to treat them well, but they're not going to be your main buyer pool. So when you get these people in, you bring them into the kitchen, you get them the food, you introduce them, you ask them to sign in, you explain the reason I want you to sign in today. This is a highly popular house. I'm not going to call you about other houses, but what I am going to do is I'm going to make sure you get that phone call if there's an offer, so you get a chance to put your offer in and you don't get skipped over. This is going to build confidence in them because they realize, okay, this guy's not going to upsell me. He's just going to make sure he's available when I need him, which is when there's an offer on the table that I didn't know about. So when the offer's on the table, it's important to get everybody that viewed the house back into the game and allow them to know, okay, I need to make an offer now because it's a multiple offer situation. So when we're calling them all to say they can make an offer, do I say to them, you must come in over asking price because this person did and everything? No. What I tell them is please bring your highest and best because there won't be a second shot at this one. But I don't need to overbuild something. I don't need to over-explain something because when I do, they get really nervous. Again, clients hate the bidding war. So people asking me about 117 Lenox Street, why did it go so fast? Let me tell you this much. It was done through proper marketing, through a very well-educated, proper marketing plan that brought us to the exact client. If you have a house you want to sell, or you have a place you want to buy and you need an expert real estate agent, reach directly out to me. You may be surprised at how many points your current real estate agent or listing agent is missing on. If you have a house right now, and I challenge you for this, if you have a house right now, it's sitting on the market and it's been over 60 days, fire your agent. Do not believe what they said. It is a lie. We are in a very, very powerful market. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to reach out to you guys specifically. You got a house over $750,000, maybe over $1 million. There are new challenges. There are completely new challenges, and your marketing is probably going terrible right now. But it does not mean that your house will not sell. It just means that you've hired the wrong person, and it's time to make that change. So give me a call today. Let me know what you need, and I can help you out. Feel free to private message me, direct message me. Make sure to follow my accounts. If you're not already, please like Momentum Realty on Facebook. I guarantee you we can help you out. All my agents are very well educated in this stuff as well, so feel free to reach out to any of them. One of the great things of working with my agents is a smaller brokerage is that they all work directly with me, and we do weekly training on this stuff and way more. I promise you're in good hands. Reach out to me. Have a great afternoon, everybody.
I thank you for listening to the podcast. Make sure to follow us, and I look forward to talking to you next week.